Wait, do you want to face another way? So you don't have to like face all this? Awesome.
No, it's not. Yeah. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Kayla Edwards, and today I'll be speaking about public schools and art programs. Does anyone remember taking an art class in elementary school?
Yeah.
Or playing an instrument in middle school, possibly? Or maybe you took the drama class in high school. Chances are that many of you did agree that you have taken some type of arts class in one grade or another. But as the years go by, less and less students have the same ability to say that they had the experience that you guys have had, being that funds are being cut in schools. What future does this mean for young students who want a career in the arts, entertainment, or in the arts or entertainment industry? Arts programs in public schools around America should be viewed just as important as other subjects like math and science because they enhance students' creativity. I believe that the government should make it mandatory that all schools, kindergarten through 12th grade, have at least one program for the arts or even sports. People don't really realize people don't realize that math, reading, and science aren't the only subjects in school that prepare students for the future. The No Child Left Behind law was put into act in 2001 by the Bush administration to make sure that all students had an equal opportunity to obtain good education and get proficient scores on their assessments. The law focuses on improving math and scores and learning in reading, English, and math only. And due to the cost of the new law, the budget of something else not as important had to be cut, which was many arts classes / programs and even sports programs around the country. President Obama's administration should get rid of the No Child Left Behind law, or even alter it to include arts programs and make it so all schools should be involved in one, or allowed to be involved in one. The No Child Left Behind law isn't the only way for students to achieve better. The study on SATs and arts classes showed that students who have taken an art class get higher math, verbal, and competency scores on the SAT. The study also showed that the scores of students in acting classes were in higher correlation with higher verbal scores on the SAT, found in 1 and 2000. Art is used as a tool to make the lesson or subjects more interesting, memorable, and easier to understand. I'm pretty sure that many of you have or remember singing the ABC song when you were younger, and you probably still use it when you're trying to remember like what letter comes like after another one or something. And I know that we've all used like a poem or something to remember like the quadratic equation, or like any other thing that you like need to remember. So I know we like a lot of time like incorporate arts into our own or on our own in school. And students can also learn about past wars or important events by participating in plays. Schools can use plays as a way for students to remember like history and stuff. It can make it so that they're more interested and want to learn about history more than they would have if they just had to like read a textbook or something. And if we don't act on the No Child Left Behind law, the arts programs disappear from public schools, there could be consequences from this. Students may not have an outlet for feelings that they could have otherwise expressed, and it could also lead to emotional problems depending on the student's experience outside of school. The art program that they had at school could be the reason or the way that they let their feelings out that they couldn't have otherwise expressed, and if they don't have that, it would be harder for them to become a more creative person or a person who is able to tell their feelings to other people. And they may also be more close-minded to things that aren't the norm. They won't have creative art forms to challenge and transform how they see the world. And it could be hard for them to get out of the same mind frame that they've always been in. Another thing that can happen is it could be harder for the student to stay persistent when it comes to something that they find difficult. They won't be used to working on meaningful things over a long period of time, like an actor in a play who rehearses over a few months and is able to see the product in the end after they fond of making mistakes and showing improvement as a student who participated in that play that I was talking about, or learned how to draw over a substantial amount of time. And in conclusion, arts in schools is necessary to students, and it shouldn't be denied to them. They're just as important in shaping a child's mind and getting them ready for the real world as other subjects. If the No Child Left Behind law was amended or taken away, schools could be provided with money to fund subjects students would enjoy, and it could trigger them to do better. And we should all realize the future of things like music, dance, and acting affect us all. The music we listen to, the dances, and the choreography we see, and the quality of the movies we'll watch will eventually be brought to us by the students who are missing out on these art programs. And not only will this affect these industries, but it will affect every aspect of our lives that comes from creativity. And imagine if you didn't have the music, movies, or inspiration to create your own art as a way to escape the stressfulness of your teenage life. How would you feel?
Bored.
Oh. Okay. That's it.
That was the answer.
I mean,